Oh look, crazy vintage. Guys, good morning. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Oh man, a lot of fun stuff to cover today. I had a wild show yesterday in Bridgewater, New Jersey. I told you guys I was gonna be there on Saturday. Man, mall show, a lot of people, activity was bumping, didn't get a minute. Show was actually insane. I want to talk about a couple of things that I noticed, a couple of little tips that I have vending, just because I like to talk about them briefly. And then one thing that I'm doing right now in the market, I know I always yell about Sword and Shield booster boxes, but I actually want to talk about Sword and Shield alt arts. Let's get started. Whew, man, things are wild right now. Let's get going with like what I saw at the show yesterday. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that there are people coming around and it's so hard for everybody to buy right now and to keep inventory stocked, to keep things available for customers. There's a show every freaking weekend here in New Jersey. I know I kind of live in the mecca of the trading card capital, if you will, in America. New Jersey is just as wild as California. I actually think New Jersey's wilder. Not that I've been to California, but if you think about it, we have a show every single weekend. If you have nothing to do with your Saturdays or Sundays, you could have something to do if you like cards every single weekend here in New Jersey. It's actually insane. Sometimes the shows overlap, sometimes the shows are in different areas, but honestly, like, people get upset that there's so many shows at one time, but to be honest with you, like, I haven't really seen a slow show like in a while, regardless of the show that I do. People want to go to multiple shows. They drive from show to show. It's wild. The market is actually just, I'm not gonna say that market's crazy. The market's just in demand. Like, Pokemon cards are in demand. People want them. The collectors want to fill their sets. There's people that are shipping cards off to PSA to put in their mystery packs, and they're paying really strong in some of these slabs. Guys, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I totally support it. Like, you guys should, yeah, you should sell and do that and get it into the mystery packs. But not for nothing, as a vendor, like, I'm trying to turn inventory over. Full transparency, I buy most of the time between 75 and 80%. 80% if it's good stuff, 75% if it's trash, like modern trash. I don't care. That's like, what are you gonna do? The stuff moves up and down so fast that it's just like, I have to pay that to protect myself, or else it's gonna drop back down to where I'm in it for 100% market, right? So vintage stuff, slabs, older stuff, modern stuff, liquid stuff, it doesn't matter. But one little vending tip that I have is it's so important to turn over your inventory. You're gonna miss opportunities. You never know what could come to your table if you don't sell your stuff. You wanna be cash positive vending, and if you like to move Pokemon cards in this space. And this right here is something that I wanna discuss why. So yesterday at the show, this came across one of my buddy's tables. He was like, yo, Nick, this is cool, but I don't really wanna like take the time to look at this. Like, I'm not really sure. So he was like, can you check this out? Thank God my buddy did, right? So he came over to my table, check this out. This guy had a vintage binder. First off, sick packs on the front. But this is what I'm talking about with not missing opportunities. Look at some of the cards in here. This is an authentic OG collection. Like, this is what you stored in your mom's attic when you left home. Like, this is what you stored in the basement under a bunch of books from high school or college that you never read. Like, this kind of stuff, Shadowless, Red Cheek Pikachu, like, insane. Like, more hollows, you could see. A couple cards are probably picked out. I don't really know where they went, but you know, he brought me this binder, and I made him an offer that was, he wasn't asking a crazy amount for this. He tried to use TCG Player. He was like, I don't really know. I just made a list. I looked at the list and I was like, okay, like, are we gonna spend 2 hours right now and like go through all this card by card and say like, okay, this is this, this is this, we'll do a percentage. Like, there are hundreds of cards. Let me show you something else. There's freaking more. Like, look at that. That's a shoebox filled of Shadowless and first edition Fossil and Jungle cards. Like, filled to the brim, right? It's kind of insane. But my purpose here, I was talking to him and I was like, listen, this is a number that I'm comfortable with. He countered me once or twice. I countered him. We made it work like in 3 minutes, right? The only reason I was able to make a deal like that is because I had moved my inventory so fast yesterday to where I got offered 90% on some slabs. Listen, like I said, I buy 75, 80%. I'll take a 10% margin. So as a vendor, like, I want you to understand that, and even like for collectors too, like, we'll sell our stuff at 90%. Anybody not taking 90% on their stuff, like, I don't know if you have an emotional attachment to those cards, but like, for me, like, I don't bring stuff to the show that I have an emotional attachment to on purpose. I am never gonna bring something to a show that's like, nah, this is for my PC. I just wanted to kind of flaunt and taunt you with it. Like, no. Anything at the show is available and everything has a number. And it's important as a vendor to understand that when you get offered something close to that number, it's very rare that you're gonna get 100% market 100% of the time, right? So take that offer and be cash flow positive so that you don't miss opportunities where you could buy something that could like almost change your life, right? I don't know what this lot can do for me, but I'll tell you what, I'm recording this video right now. It's Sunday, I had a show yesterday. I usually record on Sundays for a Tuesday video, right? And I'm gonna go through this binder later today, like with a full clear head, see where it's at. I'm gonna pick it apart. I'm gonna get every ounce of meat off the bone. I'm gonna grade some stuff. I'm gonna put some stuff into my PC that I need. I'm gonna fill some sets that I haven't been able to fill. Like there's a lot of shadowless non-hollows in here. There's some shadowless hollows. Like I'm gonna go ahead and just fill up my binders with some of this stuff, right? And I'm not gonna tell you what I paid for it, but it was an amount to where it wasn't a little, but it wasn't a lot for what you can kind of see. And for me, like this is the kind of deal that's a coffee shop deal. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you should give them a top dollar. You should give them exactly what they want for their vintage. You gotta understand, some people have children, some people have families, and they just want some cash to move on for their cards. It's okay to recognize that I have an expertise in this and that you have an expertise in this. And that if somebody wants to make a quick buck and you can make X amount, it doesn't always have to be 80%, right? If somebody says, I have a number, I want this, I'm not investing the time to find out what the true number is to pay a percentage. If I invest the time and the person wants to invest the time to get top dollar for it, let's do it. But if you're gonna come in and have a quick mentality, I'm gonna give you a quick offer. And that's essentially what happened yesterday. So yeah, stay cash flow positive, move your inventory over, don't hold on to stuff, don't bring stuff from your PC to shows, leave it at home. If you're gonna miss it, don't sell it. I've sold things before that I regret, don't bring them to shows. If it's coming to a show, it's probably gonna sell. That's a little vendor tip. Collectors, use that to your advantage too. If we have it there and you wanna buy it, there's a number. You can pry it. But do not ever pay over market because somebody is emotionally attached to a cart. Just be real with yourself, respect yourself, and if you see something that you want, just be reasonable if you really want it or not, or if you're just impulse buying. Guys, topic number 2 of today, Sword and Shield alt arts. Okay, listen, I know that I sing the song of Sword and Shield. I'm a big Sword and Shield advocate, but I've kind of caught on to something in this market. It seems like the 10s for alt arts are starting to move and there's starting to be a demand for these Sword and Shield 10 alt arts. Let's use this Espeon as an example. I picked this up yesterday for like $620, $650, something like that, right? I traded into it, I gave a little extra cash. I think my in-for cost is like $620 and it's worth like $650, right? I got home from the show and I checked the comps on an Espeon PSA 10 alt art from Fusion Strike. There were sales after the show until like 10 o'clock at night, 700, 720, 800, 750, 8, like it's my purpose. There's 10 more comps after 1 o'clock on a modern alt art. Sword and Shield is becoming not modern, guys. I'm not gonna say that it's mid-era, it's not. It's almost like its own little floating area. It's too old to be modern, and it's not old enough to be mid-era or vintage. Where does that put it? It's its own category. Sword and Shield is what it is. That's what it is. It's older, and it has eyes on it to make that kind of jump that Sun and Moon and that XY did. Do you know how many crap boxes of Sun and Moon that are just like sitting at thousands of dollars? I tried to pick up a Celestial Storm yesterday. 2.5K I saw one. The other one was 2.1K. Guys, I'm not paying this money for a Celestial Storm box. I'd rather have 4 Brilliant Stars. I'd rather have 5 Chilling Rains. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Fusion Strike. This card is amazing. But like, think about it. Look at the price of the Giratina. Giratina was sitting around like 2K, 1900. Now it's at like 2.4. The Umbreon's slowly creeping past 4K. The Moonbreon PSA 10. You can't get a Rayquaza less than 2,000 bucks PSA 10 from Evolving Skies. I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. It's not financial advice, but it's a piece of advice. I think the money in the market is getting so vintage exhausted with the low pop stuff that I think it's time to get our eyes on the Sword and Shield alt arts in PSA 10s. Raw too, but not like, I really wouldn't go PSA 9s to be honest with you. I would just focus on the 10s. I think that the money's ready to move into these, and I think there's going to be another wave of demand, kind of like what we saw a year and a half ago, just about. I'm doing it. I have a Rayquaza, I have an Aerodactyl, I have an Espeon. I kind of want to get a Mastery 10 set from Evolving Skies of like, you know, Moonbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Sylveon. The Sylveon, Glaceon, and the Leafeon are what I have my eyes on next in PSA 10s from Evolving Skies. I think they're way too cheap. $500 and this one's starting to do 7 or 8. Like, they're all eons of Eevee, right? So take what I'm telling you that I saw movement in this card, and I picked it up. I don't know if I'm gonna PC it necessarily. It's really in my vending inventory, but I kind of want to keep a set of these. I feel like if I see another boom in Sword and Shield PSA 10 alt arts, I'm going to be upset that I don't have more of them. Personally, I'm picking them up. I'm gonna move some inventory around and I'm gonna try to get a set of them. I think they're ready for another big jump, and that kind of insinuates to me that the booster boxes are getting ready. If you see the movement on the 10s, it usually means the booster box is getting ready to blow. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Just get your hands on more Sword and Shield. Even if it doesn't go crazy and you get tired of it, you sit on it for a month, right? You're not gonna lose money. $600 for a Brilliant Stars? Guys, the box has been out almost 5 years. Like, you really think you're gonna lose money paying $600 on a box like that? No. You know what's gonna happen? Maybe it drops to $550. Oh no, I held it for a month, I lost 50 bucks. So what? Take a gamble. I bet some of you guys put $50 on parlays and lose them when Aaron Judge doesn't get 2 bases. At least I do. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? These boxes have a chance to jump to $1,000, and I think that the alt art movement is starting to tell us something. Keep this in mind. Not financial advice, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. Full transparency. I'm starting to pick up these 10s. I'm gonna try to get a full set of Sword and Shield of a lot of them, at least the VMAXs, right? Thank you for listening to my rant. Do with it what you will. Just a little fun topic to talk about today on Tuesday, you know, whatever. Do what you will with it. Trust me, I don't think it's a bad play. These alt arts are beautiful. Scarlet and Violet needs a little bit of time, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be buying a PSA 10 Destined Rivals Mewtwo. I am buying Evolution PSA 10s from Sword and Shield. That's what I'm doing personally. Disagree with me if you will, but hopefully I'm not the one laughing in a couple months. Guys, that's my rant today. Thank you so much for joining in on the video. If you liked the video, like the video. Help me out, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you comment on a video. This is like video 28 or something. On the 31st video, I'm gonna go ahead and run the giveaway. All you gotta do is comment on a video. Just say, you know, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. If you disagree with the video, if you agree with the video, I don't care. Just be part of the conversation. Let's have a little fun, right? I love talking to you guys. I really appreciate it. We don't have a show for about a month. My plan here, I got a lot of slabs coming back from PSA. I'll show them off to you guys as soon as they all come back. Hopefully get some good grades. But yes, I'm just actively grading right now. I'm taking cards. I'm trying to, you know, get the most out of my collection, out of the cards that I have. I'm gonna keep vending. Like I said, not a show for a month, but that doesn't mean we won't be active. Check out the Instagram. I'll probably do some claim sales over the next month or so, sell some cards online. Love conversing with you guys, so DM me, whatever you guys need help with. That's all I got for today. Topic Friday, to be determined. Look out for a video Friday around lunchtime. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I love you guys. Nikki Cards, out.